the fact that I've been here for 27 years living in the UAE, and for me it's been such a pleasant and wonderful experience. So I'm now on a mission to discover other people's experiences on how they have made the UAE their home. Today I come to meet Alessio, who has been in the UAE 26 years, hailing from Italy, and has worked on some of the most important architectural projects in Sharjah. This will be a very interesting episode.
My name is Alessio Belloni. I was graduated in Milano. I was living in Milano, my family from Milano. Graduated in the Politecnico in Milano a long time ago. Now I forgot exactly when, but a long time ago. And I start after 2 years after graduate. Before I was working in one office. After that I decided to try to work alone with my office as a consultant. Okay. Only as an architect.
And this is, in the field of architecture, right?
Absolutely, only for that. You have to consider, when I was 12 years old, my father and mother was building a new villa where we was living. And there was, before, this famous architect coming, with a traditional architect, with a papillon, with a big, what I can say, big, he was a good person. He was a very important person. Okay. Even talking with my family, he was saying, what do you think? No. My mother was saying, I would like to do it. No, absolutely not. You have to do it. And they inside was saying, no, Mr. Architect, you are saying that. That situation was an attraction for me. And starting from that age, I say, I would like to do architecture.
So this was your first introduction to architecture?
This
kind of sparked something?
Absolutely. That one was, and from that moment I decided to do that way. My family in the beginning said, are you sure to do that? Yeah, I said, well, sure. And I started with the school, artistic school, only design. And after that, architecture. Before was better. Before, when you say to the client, no, you have to, better to have, they say, oh, yeah. Now the client are coming with internet, saying, no, I want this, this is better. So it's more difficult now.
Everyone has become their own architecture. Like when you're driving the car, you have a backseat driver. He's telling you how to drive.
Absolutely like that. But, why not? We have to adapt. In any case, in all the conditions, all the situation, I like my profession. So I like to, but my profession now is a little bit different than what we are doing with young people now. Because if I ask to one of people in my office, or even my daughter was doing the same school of design, not to architecture, I ask, please give me a sketch. She said, no, I need a computer. No. Before to use a computer, you need to understand what to do manually.
The concepts.
Yes. I have many drawings here where I was putting manual design, sketch, perspective. I like that. People don't like that. People like rendering with a computer. It's not my style, but okay, I have to adapt myself to what the client like. So this is more or less who I am. Who I am in this situation. I was always putting my interest all around the world. I would like to travel. I would like to do new experience, connected with architecture, new culture, to understand. I was a little bit scared in the beginning to move, but was not bad. So before to arrive in Sharjah, I was doing a work in Shanghai, in Beijing, I was in Moscow. I was always with a base of my office in Milano.
Okay.
And still now I have my office in Milano, but now is my daughter taking care of that.
Okay.
Asking sometimes, calling, what I have to do, what do you think? But this is my office in Milano.
Very interesting.
I remember first time I arrived in Sharjah, the space between Dubai and Sharjah was desert. Changed completely the situation. Even in this lagoon, before there was many empty space.
Yeah.
Now is full of nice building. Nice building because, okay, after 25 years, the style, lifestyle, attitude, fashion, everything is changing. So even the style of the building are changing.
I mean, even from my untrained eye, anyone who comes to Sharjah can see how many beautiful cultural buildings there are. We notice that
It is visible immediately
Yes.
because I discovered that His Highness like this style, traditional style. So why Sharjah is nice? Because you can match the modern style, contemporary style, because of course that one is the evolution of the time,
Yeah.
but keeping the tradition with this kind of building with a column, with arches, a mix between neoclassic but with Islamic tradition.
And plus, we know that Sharjah was even given, if I can't remember which year it was, but it was even named as the cultural capital of the world.
Yes, yes, absolutely. It's capital even of a book.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
So it's capital of the art.
So that brings me on to the next question. What are your favorite places in Sharjah?
Al-Majaz, one.
The waterfront.
When I arrived 25 years ago, was not like that.
Exactly.
Because the Corniche was moving in a different shape. And there was no restaurant. Every time
True.
I have to say where I go to eat tonight. When His Highness decided to change, putting the park, putting all this, His Highness with, I think Shahrukh was doing that.
Yes.
Was amazing for me because I can choose which kind of food, I can choose a good position, and even when my wife is coming here staying with me, she likes to go there. Second place where I like to go, it is the Flag Island, because they have a beautiful restaurant.
And that's become
But
one of
even
the...
location is nice.
Yes.
You have a beautiful view on
That's
the
right.
lagoon, a beautiful garden, the building around.
You have the... we filmed an episode there, and we have the very tall flag, which when the island was built was the seventh tallest in the world. So.
Yeah.
So since you've been here for such a long time, maybe you could talk about some of the big projects that your company has worked on while you've been in Sharjah.
No, yes, I was doing, my first project was very important because we are talking about the ruler palace. And okay, And step by step, we was doing many other big projects. For example, for Sheikh Sultan bin Ahmed, when he was married with Sheikh Abodur, the daughter of His Highness, they was asking a beautiful villa, but they was asking modern style. Even this was showing to me that not all the people in Sharjah are connected with classic style. But they can keep Islamic culture, but even in the, what is it, contemporary way.
Like a nice balance, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. This is very important. Now I am doing one project very important, and I like that very much because now part of the evolution of Sharjah, expansion of Sharjah, it is in this place called Korfakan. I don't know if you know this place.
Who doesn't know Korfakan?
No,
these days?
Because someone can say, but Korfakan is Emirati of Korfakan. No, it's part of Sharjah.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And now Sharjah, they would like to expand a part of that place in this beautiful, fantastic, amazing place like Korfakan.
You have that amazing piece of architecture, the theatre, the amphitheatre that they've done.
The Roman theatre.
Yes, exactly.
Roman theatre is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I like you say Roman theatre. Roma is part of Italy, so it is a small part of Italian culture put in there, even if Roman theatre is in Jordan, but it is a Roman theatre.
Yes.
And I like the connection with Italy because now, with a big vision of His Highness, they are asking me to do one project very important in Korfakan, important for me, but I think even for this country, because they ask, not the copy, but the concept of the Italian village. We put like Portofino, probably many people know this name because it's a very important small village in north of Italy, or Rio Maggiore, same location more or less in Italy, to rebuild in the mountain, in one mountain with a beach in front of the sea in Korfakan. This part around this line, it is sea. Here we have a beach, okay, existing beach, and this valley. In this valley, as the construction of the old village in Italy, we have all these small, big, different color, small road, building going up, connected with the existing road, because now there is one military road, so not open to the public people now. But we keep this one because already the mountain is cutting here, so we keep this one. And we connect with a village here. We have to do one hotel here. We have a promenade on top. People can go with a beautiful view like that. One hotel here. And all this part of the mountain with residential building, with a villa, with a small place where they can go walking, like a Europe concept. I can show something here because look at that. This is more or less all the area. You can see, depend of the color, if I plot for residential, I put a few pictures just to give them an idea for what we can build.
when did you first come to the UAE, and what were your expectations before coming?
I came to Sharjah. Was 1998 and 99. And I was lucky because the first time I came here, I came to do the interior design for the Royal Palace.
Oh, okay.
So it was absolutely the best one architect can imagine to do in the life, no? For one
Like
royal,
a dream project.
for one royal family, and of course, not a small space. It's not one single bedroom
or a small apartment
space.
or something, yeah.
So, but I was a little bit scared because, you know, first time I come in one Islamic country. First time for a royal family, of course. First time for a place where I can imagine there was many, what I can say, where was many space to do. So I arrived here because one carpenter, Italian carpenter, working for them, was calling me, say, sorry, in this moment they are without architect. Do you want to do not only the choice of the cabinet, but all the project? Do you think I can say no? So I say immediately. I was in London for the birthday of my wife. And I say, yes, of course, immediately. So I came here, was really hot temperature. That one was my first bad impression with this. Not first impression I had really bad because I was wet all the day.
And it starts when you get off the aeroplane.
Yeah.
First.
It was terrible. It was terrible. I said, where I am. And even when I entered the palace, because it was in construction, so no air conditioning. So going around, the land around was totally the sand because it was in the middle of the desert. And I like a lot the desert. In this place, I like a lot. When I see one dune, I am very happy. I like the sea, I like the dune.
Natural architecture.
Absolutely, of course. And that palace was amazing outside. Entering inside, I was surprised because it was big space. In Milano, we have no that habitude. Could be my apartment in Milano is like one room there, more or less, or two rooms there. So I started to change my mind, to adapt to this new lifestyle, to this new culture. It was nice. It was something excite me because I was putting me in condition to prove to myself that I was able to do even that.
Now, you mentioned the word culture, and apart from the weather, which we know, were there any cultural challenges you faced when you arrived here? Any big differences or challenges, basically, due to the culture that you had any issues with or you faced when coming here?
No, I was imagining was really different, but not. So it was good people, good connection, very kind people. So immediately I was in a good.
You felt
in a
at
good
home.
mood.
You felt at home. You felt comfortable.
Yes, absolutely. And now this is my second country. Absolutely. I work with the Chinese. I work in France. I work in Moscow, in Ukraine. Nice people. But here is more or less my family.
Yeah,
and my wife and my daughter and my son know that, understand that. Sometimes they are saying, come back. But it's okay. Yeah. So about that, after 25 years, I am still here. Now I am here with my office here. My office calling Alessio. This was a little, when Sheikh Sultan bin Ahmed, because he is my partner now, asked me to open one office. I was asking him, which name? You know, all the company here are calling FKG, NBD, all that. So I was trying to say, he said to me, call Alessio, your name, because people know your name and understand it is Italian.
True, yes.
And fortunately, Italian lifestyle, Italian design is what the people like.
Popular and
Yes,
in demand.
absolutely. So I was surprised. I called one company, Alessio. Alessio in Italy is a restaurant for pizza, calling with a name, you know. So I was after that I say, why not? And in reality, people know me like Alessio because it's my name. So they don't need to remember one company with a different. So Alessio, my name, my work. That's it.
Fantastic.
They know me for what I am. That's it.
So the field of architecture is vast, and some people don't even know about the field of architecture. So if you wanted to explain briefly, what does your work involve exactly, to be more precise?
Yes, it's vast, of course, because we can go from the real architecture to the interior. For me, there is no difference. Here, for example, in this, what is different from Milano or Italian or Europe, when people, for example, interior design, they ask one architect to do interior. Interior, for me, is not only to say I put sofa, I put curtain, and that's it. It means to remove everything inside and start to restyle this interior of it.
Okay.
In this country, many people are saying, I take an architect for exterior, for civil work, an architect for interior. For me, it's not good. I prefer to do both of the things. Because when you are studying the plan of one villa, you have to think even where you would like to put your furniture. Mm-hmm. Many times you have a beautiful villa, but for example, they can say, okay, this is a living room. Beautiful view if I open one window here on the garden. Beautiful view if I open that in the swimming pool. Beautiful view here and door here to enter where I put the furniture. So when you are doing a project, you have to understand and imagine where you can complete this project. Okay. Otherwise, many times when someone asks me to do interior and I have a building, I started to ask to modify. I have no where to put a table lamp. There is nothing because they didn't study. If you don't study the interior, you can't do the correct exterior. Okay. So this is a point. So normally I do the sketch because I told you I am not able to work with AutoCAD or that. I don't do that.
Old school.
Old school, absolutely. I sketch everything with my pencil, with paper. Could be I can show in my office full of paper to throw away probably, with many sketches. But this sketch is showing the style I want outside, landscape, because even that one is important. The green is very important for me, always.
Hmm.
So you need what to do when you enter, what you see, which kind of green you have, which kind of view. Focus when you open a door, what you have to see. But even where you, so I start to do that, including where I would like to put a table, where I would like to put a sofa, and everything. Many times in my office, for example, they do something, say, no, there is no solution. Absolutely not. Always, when people ask to an architect to do a project, we have to find all the best solution. We can say, okay, it's more simple to do that. No, we have to find, I am obliged with myself.
Hmm.
Otherwise, if you do a normal simple thing that all the people can do, they can do alone.
That's right. Yeah.
So this is my system to work, sometime in the classic style, but now not too much. Now 90% of the work is in the modern.